Hi, I'm Emily Carter. I'm 27 years old, and I live in the heart of Chicago, Illinois. Today, I want to share with you a problem I can't seem to find an answer for, and I hope you can help me figure it out. You could say I'm a bit of a dreamer. I love creating things, whether it's related to my work as a graphic designer or my passion for painting. There's something magical about turning a blank canvas into a world of colors and emotions. I'm also a hopeless romantic, always believing in the power of love and grand gestures. But don't get me wrong, I'm not just about art and love. I have an amazing group of friends who keep me grounded, and my younger brother Liam, who's always there to give me advice, whether I ask for it or not. Oh, and then there's Sophia, my best friend since college. She's the kind of person who tells it like it is, and I love her for it. Life isn't perfect, but it's mine, and I'm learning to embrace every moment of it. One day, I met Daniel Brooks at a mutual friend's wedding in Michigan. And from the moment our eyes met, I felt something shift inside me. Daniel was not just handsome. He had a quiet charm that captivated everyone around him. His intelligence and calm presence made him stand out, and I was instantly drawn to him. We danced under the soft wedding lights. I felt like the air was full of love. The glow was soft. The fairy lights made the evening seem like a dream. We shared a few laughs and stories. It felt like the world faded away, and only we existed in that moment. At the end of the night, we exchanged numbers, and as I walked away, my heart fluttered with hope. I had always believed in love at first sight, but little did I know things wouldn't go as I had imagined. I tried everything to get Daniel's attention. I baked cookies and brought them to his office. I sent him kind messages, hoping he would notice me. I even offered to help him with his work projects. I invited him to art galleries because I wanted to share my love for art with him. But as weeks turned into months, I began to realize that Daniel was different from what I had imagined. He was kind but always distant, constantly buried in his work. He rarely replied to my texts, often canceled our plans at the last minute, and seemed more interested in coding than in building a connection. Still, I was determined. I thought that if I kept trying, he would finally see how great we could be together. But he always said he was too busy with deadlines. My friends started to notice how much effort I was putting into Daniel. They gently told me that I was giving too much to someone who didn't give back. One evening, I decided to surprise Daniel at his office with dinner. I walked in only to find him deeply focused on a project. He hardly noticed I was there. I tried to start a conversation, but he just nodded and said, "I'm really busy right now, Emily. Maybe another time. That moment felt heavy, like a sudden wake-up call. I understood then that no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't make someone care about me. I left his office feeling sad, but also clear about what I had to do. I talked to my younger brother Liam. He has always been the one who gives me good advice. I told him about everything that happened with Daniel. He listened and said, "Emily, sometimes the hardest thing to do is to let go of something you really want. But holding on to something that isn't right for you will only stop you from finding what truly is." His words made me think deeply. I knew he was right. I decided to focus on myself instead. I put more energy into my art, my job, and my friends. I stopped running after Daniel and started caring about my own happiness. I even began a new art project, a series of paintings about self-love and finding peace within. The days were heavy at first, but over time I learned to manage. One morning, as I stood in my art studio, the smell of fresh paint filling the air, I worked on a canvas of a vibrant sunrise. The colors of pink and orange mixed together, reflecting a new beginning. In that quiet moment, I felt a deep sense of inner peace. I had finally learned to love myself first, realizing that the right person would come at the right time, without me needing to prove my worth. Until that moment, I knew I could be happy simply by being myself. Suddenly, I heard a familiar voice behind me. I turned around to see Daniel standing there, his eyes filled with a mix of emotions. "I missed you so much," he said, his voice almost trembling. "Since you disappeared, I haven't been able to do a single job. I couldn't stop thinking about you. I realized that I can't live without you." My heart raced, but my mind was still. My hands, covered in paint, froze mid-air. I stared at him, unable to find the words. It was as if time had stopped, and for the first time in months, I wasn't sure what to feel. As Daniel stood there, his words echoing in my mind, I felt a storm of emotions sweep over me. My heart wanted to believe him, to take him back and feel the warmth of love again. But my mind held me back, reminding me of all the times I had been left waiting, hoping and trying to make him see me. I was torn between the familiar pull of my heart and the cautious whisper of my mind. Could I trust him this time? Could things really change? Or was I setting myself up for the same disappointment? While I stood there, confused, Daniel stepped closer, his eyes full of emotion. "I understand how you feel now," he said softly. "I've been unfair to you, and I realize that. But now I know I need to be patient. I'll wait for you as long as it takes. Just remember that I love you, and I'll always be here, waiting for you." As I look into Daniel's eyes with tears filling my own, I feel unsure of what to do next. So I need your help. What would you do if you were me? Would you follow your heart or listen to your head? I can't find an answer that satisfies both. Help me, dear reader, because right now I feel stuck between love and reason.